So in this session, we will see how you can use the text tool in your Power Query editor in order to transform your data, right? So I have already imported the data in my Power Query editor in my Power BI, and I'm just gonna show you how you can use the different text tool operations that are present in your Power Query editor to transform your data, right? So I will just gonna select those of the columns which contains the text type of data, right? So there are a bunch of columns here, and if you don't know how to import your data in your Power Query, then you can check out my previous videos. I have showed you in detail in a step by step how you can import different kind of data in your Power BI, right? So I have already imported it. So there are a bunch of operations that you can do, but first of all, I want to tell you the main difference between the two options that are present in the top left, that are the transform and the add column. If you perform any kind of operations in this transform option, then it will apply the changes only in the same column that you have selected. As if I selected this contact last name, then all of the changes that I will select here, then it will apply and transform only this same column that I have selected. But if I want to make a new column, if I want to add a new column with the changes I have to make, then I have to select this add column option. We will discuss this in later in the upcoming videos. Right now, I want to show you how you can use the text tools that is present in your Power Query editor, right? So let's say you are here and you have these two columns, right? How you can merge the two columns, right? So I have these two columns, contact first name and contact last name, right? So I want to just merge these two columns in order to reduce the number of columns I have for the analysis. So yeah, I have selected this first name, and I will just hold the shift key on my keyboard and I'll select the contact last name, right? Now what you can do is you can go to this option, merge columns, and which says that concatenate the currently selected columns into a one column. So what it will do, it will just concatenate the two columns into a single column, right? So I'll just gonna select this merge columns, and it will just pop up this. So here it is asking for the separator, how you will separate these two, the contents of these two columns. So I'm just using space, and the name of the new column, I will just gonna use it, the full name, right? The full name, and I'll press the OK. Now you can see that it has transformed the two columns into a single column, that is the full name, right? You can see it here, right? Then there are a bunch of more, you can say, options here. There's a format. So you can just select this lowercase format, like this is the in a lowercase format. So the whole of the contents are present here will be in the lowercase, right? And if you just do this in the uppercase, then all of the contents that are present here will be in the uppercase. If you just capitalize each word, then it will capitalize the first letter of the each word, right? So there are the bunch of options out here. Also, you can choose this split column. If you want to split a column, let's say for an example, I'm just going this employee file, and I have this full employee name, right? Full employee name, and I want to just split it into the first name and a last name. So what I'm going to do here is split column, and I will going to split it on the basis of the delimiter. So what is a delimiter? It is a specific thing that you want to use as a separator of the two columns, right? So here I will use this space because the first name and the last name, these both are separated by space. So I'll use space as a delimiter, and each occurrence of the delimiter, right? And right, yeah. So I'll just gonna use this none here, and okay. And now you can see it has separated the two column, right? So it is this full name 3. This is the 3 here. Yeah, because it had the separator here. But yeah, what you can do here is that I'll just gonna, again, I'm just gonna split this by the delimiter and the leftmost delimiter, right? So if I just okay this, then you can see it, the two columns, and to the first full name you can just rename this, that first name, and I just put this enter, and this is the last name. I press the enter. Here you can see the first name and the last name, and these two things are separated, right? I hope you understand this. Now the next thing I want to discuss is the how you can extract a specific text from the data that is present in a given column. For example, I have an email here, And what I have to do, I want to extract the first text or the string that is present before the @ sign in the email, right? So just like there is a D Murphy @classicmodelcars.com. So I want to only extract the D Murphy, right? And I want to just keep the other data into this separate column. So how can I do that? So there are a bunch of options that are present here. First of all, you have to go here, select this column, and you have to go on this the option that is the extract. Now you can see there are a bunch of columns. This is the length. If you want to extract the length, so you have to provide the given length, right? Sorry, it will return the length of the text in the selected column. So it will return the how long the text is present in the row. The first characters only the specified number of characters, right? The last characters, if you specify the number of characters, let's say you specify the 5, I want the last 5 characters of each row, then you can just use this. If you want to range, specify the range, that if you want to just select from this position to this position, then you can select this one. Text before the delimiter, what is it? I am just going to show you. And text after the delimiter and text between the delimiter. What is how I can use this text before the delimiter is that if I want to extract only those data, only those characters that are present before the @, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use @ as a delimiter, and I'm just going to press this OK. Now what it will do, it will just extract only the first characters, only the characters that are present before the delimiter that I used @ as a delimiter in that case. So yeah, it will extract only this. And if I want to just make a different column, make a separate column and keep the original email as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to undo this, and I'm going to just use this same option from the add column option. I'll go to this add column, and I'll just gonna use this same extract option that is present here, and text before the delimiter. I enter this delimiter here and press the OK, and you can see at the end it gives me the whole bunch of data before that is present before this delimiter, right? So this is how this works. This is how you can extract this specific thing. Let's say if I let's say if I just wanted the first character, so I just have to give it the number of characters. Let's say the 5 characters I want from this column, right? So I just press the OK. Then it creates the another add new column, because I was in a new column, so it creates a new column which contains the first 5 characters of each row, right? So it contains only 5 characters. So this is how this works. You can extract each kind of specific data from the each column. You can keep that in the same column using the transform option, and you can keep that into a new column. So you have to just use through the add column option. So this is all for the text tool in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any kind of comments, then you can ask me in the comment section.